Hello everyone, welcome to the video. This is the summer update for 2026 for the Zaxium, or Zaxium Productions, or whatever you want to call me now, because I have since dropped the name The Zaxium from this channel other than the handle. This is going to be uploaded on the Zachary Westover channel, which is my main channel, obviously. I have not really scripted out this video. I have really just set up a microphone and my phone. This isn't even being recorded on my camera. This is just being recorded off my phone. So let's hope that my phone doesn't die before this video ends. It's at 77%. I think I'll be fine. But it's also kind of late at night, so let's hope my mom doesn't barge in and ruin the take. So, yeah, anyway, we're going to try our best here. We're going to just go through my list of talking points that I have on this notebook. And we are going to basically just, yeah, we're going to go through it. We're going to try. And, yeah, so this is the summer update for 2026. I know that calendar behind me says December, but it is, you can't even see it. Yeah, it says December, but it's not December, it's June. It is currently June, I think, 5th or 6th. I'm not even sure. But so today, I'm going to go with June 5th. So today's June 5th, and I'm going to go with that. And I moved my camera by accident because I touched the cable. I shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, so today is June 6th, and I will be talking about all these different projects that I have planned for the rest of the year, and also maybe even the next couple years, because I'm not really sure how many of these I'm going to get done. So, anyway, let's get right into it. We're going to start with the Masks 2 progress update. The Masks 2 progress update. And, basically, I have barely done any work on Masks 2 after finishing the script. And, the reason for that is because I have just been waiting for people to send in their lines, but as of recently, I have most of the lines. I am not going to be saying who I don't have lines for, because that would be mean. So, I'm not going to. But that's besides the point. So, as of today, I have most of the lines. So, I'm going to be starting editing over the next couple days. I recorded my own lines today. The problem is I can only work on it for a certain amount of time per day, because that's all I can handle. So, yeah, that's kind of a problem for me. But, yeah, that's kind of the Masks 2 progress update. I've got most of the lines in, the script's fully written, and I recorded my own lines. So, that's going to be coming out on the Masks First channel at some point this summer. I haven't fully decided on a release date yet. Probably at some point in July or August, depending on what I do for some things that I have not finished yet because I've been procrastinating. But we will see. So anyway, moving on. We're going to move on to the Epic the Plush musical progress update. And I am happy to say that a lot of progress has been made on that. If you don't know, Epic the Plush musical is a movie adaptation of Epic the Musical that is unofficial and fan-made and will not be monetized in any way. And that will be released on the Plush channel sometime this summer, whenever it gets finished. We are almost done with the audio process. And by that I mean the last video I announced who the VAs were for some of the characters. And you will see those characters be in Epic the Plush musical. Most of them played by Travis, because that's who is playing most of those characters physically, but the VAs will be dubbing over their voice because we just decided that would be the best way to go forward with the project. And yeah, so that's gonna be basically how that goes. And yeah, so we are going to start filming that very soon, within the next couple of weeks. And hopefully we should be able to get it done by the end of August. And maybe we'll get it like uploaded in late August or September. It all depends on availability and timing and stuff like that. So we will see when it comes to the Epic plush movie. Anyway, the next one, I guess on the topic of the plush channel, I will announce here that plush Les Mis movie that I have announced in the past and talked about, on that shelf. See that shelf over there? We're going to put it on that shelf. And the reason for that, the reason that I'm shelving it, is because I just can't figure out how to do it because of so many different reasons. First of all, it's a period piece, so that would involve a lot of set building in order to make it my vision. I do not have the money for sets. I am going to try with Epic. I am going to try to make sets as cheap as possible for Epic. But the problem with that is the sets. That's a hard part. That's one of the hard parts of this. The second hard part, Gavroche. Gavroche is the little kid character in Les Mis, and he is very hard to cast because he has such a high voice. And another problem that... Anyway, I'll tell you the story of Gavroche. So I was gonna have my little cousin do it, but his mom doesn't want him to be on the internet, and that's understandable. So I tried to substitute it for something else, but then they got busy, and it just never came to fruition. So I'm not blaming anybody in that situation. Nobody's fault but mine. But it just didn't work out, and that's kind of why, part of the reason Les Mis is not happening anymore. And another reason, there's just more and more reasons that it didn't happen. I'm just going to stop talking about Les Mis now, because I could go on and on about all the different reasons why that's not happening anymore. And I still wouldn't be done talking about it. So, we're not going to get too into it. But all you need to know right now is that for the foreseeable future, Mario Plush Les Mis is on that shelf. Let's see, what else do I got here? I got Dummy Puppets and Plush Channel Merger. Basically, what that's going to mean is that I am merging the puppet characters from Dummy Puppets, which is my puppet channel that I made one video on, and they are going to be a part of the Plush channel. How, may you ask? I don't know yet. I will figure that out in the foreseeable future. But as of right now, I just want to announce that that is where those characters will be for the foreseeable future, because I cannot run multiple channels with the right capabilities and be able to dedicate all my time to filming those different videos. Let me tell you another reason why. Puppet videos are hard to film. Do you know how hard it was for me to film that one video I posted on that channel? It was pretty hard, because you can't see him, he's out of frame, but I had to cut. I voiced all the characters because I had nobody else. So I had the live hand puppet in one of my shots. I had the other two rod puppets in the other shots. And I had to keep switching between them. Let me tell you how hot a live hand puppet is, especially a sack puppet. Pretty hot. And especially when you're working, like in a hot room, like my room. It's hard. And that's ultimately why the puppet channel didn't work out the way I wanted it to. That and a couple other reasons, but I'm not getting into that right now. There's so many reasons on top of that why I won't get into that right now. But as of right now, the the puppets will be on the Plus channel because on the Plus channel they don't need to be taken as seriously as they would on their own channel. So let's see what else do we got here. I'll save that big announcement for the end of the video because I just don't want to talk about it right now. And I feel like that would be a good way to end the video. And yeah, anyway, I'm going to just adjust the microphone on my hand because it's starting to hurt my hand because this thing is heavy. Anyway, so I guess now we'll talk about the print media that I've got in mind. We'll start with the comics. As you guys know, I like to draw. I'm not good at it, but I like it. And I am working on comics. I'm working on two main series, which are Zephyrion, the View Guardian, I think it's called, or maybe Zephyrion Savior of Worlds. I'm not even sure what it's called anymore. I've gone through so many different names of that series. I think it's Savior of Worlds. I think it's Savior of Worlds now. I don't remember, but I get them confused sometimes. I don't even know the name of my own comic series. Anyway, so Zephyrion Savior of Worlds, and another one that I did for Class Project, which was Sarah Collins' The Guardian, which I will announce here. I'll be publishing the first issue of that soon because that's finished. And I don't really know if I'll keep it like the way it is or if I'll add stuff or what. But that took me a long time to make. That took me like 3 weeks to make in its entirety. And I had to rush it because I thought I had till the last day of school. I had until grades closed, which was about a week before the last day of school. So I had to deal with that. So I had to rush myself, and it didn't really come out as well as I wanted it to. But I got it finished. I managed to finish it the day before, and I managed to turn it in, and I think I got a good grade on it. I don't really know, but yeah, so that is the comic that I made for my English class, and I want to publish it soon, but no promises because I'm not sure if I'm proud enough of it. I might publish it, I'm not sure. I was gonna publish it right after I left school, but it's in my Google Drive. It's not lost media, but I don't know if I want to publish it just because I might get it redrawn. I'm not even sure. I don't know. I don't even have the money for that. But anyway, now we'll move on to novels, which, yes, I am writing novels. I'm in the process of writing 2 novels, one of which I haven't worked on in a while, one of which I've worked on recently. The one I haven't worked on in a while is a high fantasy novel known as The Last Brandmount, which follows the last member of a royal lineage leaving the land of elves, where she was raised, after a violent plague killed her father and the king and everyone in her family besides her. And basically she has to travel across the continent to basically take her rightful place on the throne. I'm trying to explain this in a correct way without spoiling anything. But yeah, that's pretty much the premise. And that's gonna be how that one goes. The second one is more interesting. That one is called, actually I don't really have a name for it right now, so we're just gonna call it Lexus for now, because that's the name of the main character. And she is the latest in a lineage of monster hunters. And pretty much she fights monsters and she has to save the world from Count Dracula. And that one is going to be a trilogy at least. Last Brandmount, not sure about. Might make it a trilogy, I don't even know. But As of right now, it's just going to be the one for Last Brand Mount, and Lexus is going to be a trilogy. That's pretty much all I got for most of this, except for one thing. And that one thing is the Baby Bros musical. That's right. I am making a Baby Bros musical based on my Plus channel. Yeah. So, let that sink in. The premise of the Baby Bros musical is pretty much going to be the Baby Bros try to put on a musical, and Baby Peach can't sing. And it's gonna, the way I'm writing it is I'm gonna make it feel like a Plus channel video, but I'm not sure if it's going to be a video. I mean, sure, don't get me wrong, you guys will get to see it on YouTube. But I don't know if it's going to be a video or an actual production, because it kind of depends on how things go for me in college, because I am going to college in the fall. And I guess I'll talk about that a little bit now, because I do have plans to continue my content going into college and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to buy a gaming laptop, which is going to be how I live stream when I'm in college, and obviously play games and everything, but live streaming will be one of the things I do in college. I will be doing that, hopefully. Fingers crossed I can do it alright. I will have to figure out stuff with whoever my roommate is and stuff like that. I also plan to do some other content at college. I'll figure out more later. But my main content going forward once I go into college will be filmmaking stuff, because that's what I am going for. I am going for film production. And yeah, so that's going to pretty much be what I do with my life, is make films. But I do also want to try to do some theater stuff, and that's where the Baby Rose musical comes in. Is I want to write this as a play. I want to write this as a musical play, and I want to perform it when I'm in college, however I have the means to. And yeah, I will basically be doing, and I'm going to try. There are no promises for this. I am going to try, and if I fail, I will just make it a video in a few years. But I'm going to try my best to do this the way I want to. I don't really know how it's going to go. I don't even know if they allow student-written plays at the college that I'm planning on going to. I'm going to try, though. I'm going to try very, very hard. I want to stress this a lot. I'm going to try very, very hard to get this produced on an amateur level, because there's no way I can get it done on a professional level, because Nintendo is very hard to persuade when it comes to using their characters. And that will never happen. So this will never happen on the professional level. But if I can get it done on the amateur level in a college, that might be better. Yeah. Because I don't even know. But yeah, so I'm still working out the bugs. I've only written one draft of the script so far. I'm going to be writing out another draft soon. And yeah. And before you ask, I do not know how to write music, so I will not be writing my own music for this play. It will be parody songs, which makes this even more illegal. So yeah, that's kind of my predicament with this Baby Bros play, Baby Bros musical. And but yeah, that's my plan going forward for my different productions. I've gone through everything on my list, so pretty much that is the summer update for 2026. So I have been sitting here for 20 minutes recording this video. I don't know if I'm going to trim it down or not, But that's gonna be it for this video. So if you liked it, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more productions, see me get more stuff going on, and maybe you'll even see a Kickstarter for one of these projects at someday, or something like that. I don't know. Depends on how things go. Depends on if I can get things actually produced and actually get actors and actually do stuff. Most of this will probably happen in college, so we'll see. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.